What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a good day. Today, we're going to be talking about critics, especially the harsh ones, the ones that are just so vile, and how we got to this point. How we got to people being such, I don't know, harsh. Now, I do realize that sometimes criticism is what we need, you know, to grow, to get better. But I do think that sometimes some of these critics pass the line. I think we've pushed the envelope so far. We keep pushing the line on a daily basis. And we've lost that humanistic side, just to be kind to somebody. Just to be like, hey, you know what? Yeah, you can get better than that. Do you know what I mean? Especially like loved ones and stuff like that. Now I do realize, hey, your friends and this and that, they're gonna come to you in a different, sideways. They're gonna come to you and say something like, hey, you should have not done that, or you can get a little better in this way. Or they might just be like, hey, man, that video sucked, or that. You cut the yard and it was just straight garbage. Yeah, you could have. I mean, the lines were just crooked, but on YouTube is what I'm going to speak to directly on. I watched a video the other day, and it was from another big YouTube creator, and he was talking about criticism, and it's a topic that I didn't want to really touch about until I saw this guy talk about it. I'm like, okay, you know what? If he's that big and he's getting all these views, and he's talking about criticism, then let's give it a go too, because it's something that, it irks me sometimes. So I'm going to give my point of view on it. I don't mind criticism. I don't mind people saying, hey, you know what? The lighting was off on here, or, you're bobbing to the left or bobbing to the right, or you can add a little bit more, like the audio and stuff like that. But sometimes some of the criticism that comes in is just harsh, it's just unneeded. Sometimes I'll go through the comments and I'll see people going at it with each other, especially like on Facebook. I mean, I don't understand how we got to that point. I don't understand how someone can have their own opinion about something and then someone else just loses their groceries on it, They just go and be berserk. Or if you're not in line with it, someone's social or political stance, they just go ape bananas. I'm trying not to use profanity, so you'll see me say these weird, stupid words, but it's because I'm trying to replace the profanity that I want to use. So I'm trying to get better on a daily basis. I'm not using it. I might slip sometimes, so don't hold me on that. But back to what we were talking about. Criticism, I watch a lot of videos all day long, especially on YouTube. And some videos I'm like, wow, that was a really good video. And then you got these other people that come on there and they're like, dude, you sucked on that, man. What a waste of my time. This was like 8 minutes of my life wasted away. And you're like, dude, why would you even say that? And then, either that creator will respond or the other people just devour that person, I'm old school, and yeah, even though we use a lot of words that are like harsh now, we've never been the type of people that go on there and be like, hey, just completely destroy somebody just because we didn't like it. We're more, that Generation X. We're just like, move on, next, swipe, and go to the next video. And I don't know what it is, but I mean, everybody just goes ape bananas on people. If you don't like something I put out there, then I mean, just scroll on by, or they have a hide channel where none of my videos will ever pop up on your feed again. Like I said, I don't mind constructive criticism. I think it's a good opportunity for growth, but like I was watching this one video, and it was a girl that was learning how to lose weight, and she was sharing her growth. and I thought it was a good video, so I started watching more of it. And then I was like, well, you know what? Let me look through the comments because I could see some like it shows like little comments popping through. So I would go through the comments, and my God, man, you just want to rip, go through the screen and just grab some of these people's necks and just snap them in half. They were being so vile to this girl. They're like, whale. I didn't know whales can speak on videos. I didn't know that Shamu was out of SeaWorld and stuff like that. I'm just like, what? And then we're talking about varicose veins and lumps and rolls and this and that. And she was sharing how she was making a different type of salad that she eats. And they're like, where's all the bologna in the salad? I mean, it was repulsive. And it made me think back to the video from that YouTuber that I talked about. And that's the kind of stuff that people are seeing now. I don't know where as a society that we've stepped back and we're like, I'm going to say what I want to say. And usually, I mean, it's a lot of younger kids and stuff like that. Or you'll see, I watch people that are over 40 creating videos, and they're encouraging other people, like these grandpas and great grandpas that are building like little boats, and their kids are like, hey, you should go put that on YouTube and share that with the world. And then you get these little stupid kids who are like, oh, Gramps, no one wants to see your stupid boat and stuff like that. I'm like, come on, man. Anyways, I don't want to ramble too much on that because I'm already like getting flustered just thinking about these stupid comments. Let's just try to be better. And if you do get these critics, one of the best things, how I deal with them. The other day I did slip and I fell into this little like back and forth with this person. Block and report. That report button is a powerful button. Report them. I think, they'll learn, or they might not, but at least YouTube can look at it and be like, hey, they'll flag it as some kind of hate, because we shouldn't be doing that. And actually, I can't believe those words are even coming out of my mouth. We as society, we as normal human beings, we shouldn't have to filter ourselves like that. We should just filter it with our heart. We should know what we can say and what we can't say, and what's hurtful to somebody else, if that makes sense. Anyways, I want to leave it on that because it's starting to get a little depressing. I don't want to be depressed today or angry or whatever the case is, but dealing with harsh critics, you got to have thick skin on here. So I'll be honest with you. They come out of the woodworks and they're like army strong. So yeah, hang in there, thick skin, ignore them and report. Until the next video, deuces.